told the sun to turn up, I said, okay, bet. R.I.P. my grandma, she said one day you will.
Alright, so photos that have the disposable look are probably the biggest thing out right now on Instagram and TikTok. This video I'm just going to be showing you how you can do it from your phone. All you need is the Lightroom app. It's really easy, just follow the steps I do. I'm gonna put a list of the effects down the side of the screen, so you know you can just follow along what I do and just make sure you do the same thing. Yeah, you can do this on your phone and on your laptop or computer. I'm doing this on the Lightroom mobile version. It has a lot of the same features as the Lightroom on your laptop. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you how to do this effect real easy. You know, all you're gonna want to do is download Lightroom and yeah, just import a photo into your library, and then you're gonna start by looking at the light. The lighting is always the first to be changed, so we're gonna change our exposure. So we're gonna change our exposure to about plus 40, then the contrast to minus 10, then you're gonna change the highlights to minus 20. And the reason why I'm not doing like weird numbers is I'm trying to keep the numbers like normal so anyone can just do it and not forget. And then the shadows, I'm going to put them to minus 20, and then I'm going to put the whites to minus 22, and then the blacks I'm going to put to like minus 30. Then we're done with the light and stuff, then if you look at the before and after, we've seen a bit of a change. The background's just faded a bit more. And then with the graph, with the curve, it's a lighting curve. The thing that we want to do with the curve is make it a bit faded. So we're just gonna fade it a little bit. The red, we're gonna put it a bit down so that we get the greens and the blues added at the same time. And then yeah, we get this effect so far. So yeah, we're done with the light section. So now we're gonna go to the color section. We're just gonna be changing the color around here. We don't really need to worry about the temperature unless it's like a really badly taken photo, but we're gonna hop straight into the vibrance, change the vibrance to about like plus like 10, plus 11. I did plus 12 here, but yeah, I want to change the saturation down to, because as you can see, like as the vibrance goes up, we're gonna need to take down the saturation. So I put it down to 26, to minus 26, but obviously like you can change that no matter, like depending on the photo, depending on how bright your camera is, you can change that. And then I put the tint up to about plus 14. You can put it up a bit more too. So this is the most important bit. So in the red HSL tabs, we're gonna put the saturation to plus 40, and then we're gonna put the luminance to plus 5. I think luminance is just like how bright the color is. So in the orange tab, we're gonna put the hue down to like minus 30, and then we're gonna put the saturation way up. And this is basically because like orange covers like most of the skin tones, so like when you put it up, it just looks more realistic, because you really don't want to put skin tones down because it's just gonna look really unnatural. Then you're gonna put the luminance up to like 30 or 40. Just in the yellow tab, we're gonna change the saturation to plus 32, and then the luminance to like plus 14. In the green tab, we're gonna put down the saturation a lot, especially because like the green, we have a lot of green in the shadows because of the curve. So changing the saturation of the green is going to mess with the shadows, which is going to come out with a cool effect. So in the teal, we're going to bring the saturation down to minus 22 because it's in the shadows too. And then in the blue tab, we're going to change the saturation so that it's like minus 30. And then in the purple tab, I think this is purple, we're going to change the saturation to minus 40. In magenta tab, we're going to take it down to minus 40 as well. So as you can see from the before and after, there's a clear obvious change, and it's working, but there's still a couple things we need to do before it gets even better. The temperature you don't really need to change, just depending on the camera and how the photo was taken, you can change. So next we're going to do the color grading of the shadows. We only really need to do the shadows. We don't need to mess around with the highlights or the midtones, but we're just going to mess around with the shadows. In the Lightroom mobile app, if you tap this weird arrow and then it turns down, yeah, that's how you can get it more precise. You don't have to aim on the color wheel. And basically in the shadows, we're gonna try and aim for the green area, which is about hue 110. For this photo, I did a hue of 110, and then for the saturation, I did a saturation of like plus 10. You can put it up a bit. I didn't want to put it up too much. The balance just blends it all together, like how much you want it to be blended into the photo. So I put it up a bit to like 20, and then yeah, that's the color grading done, and then we just need the final touches. We're gonna go into the effects tab, and then this is where you're gonna get the really like gritty like look. So we're gonna put the clarity up a bit. I guess makes it clearer, but you know, you don't want to put it up too much. Grain is a very obvious one. You're gonna want to put it up to like around 25, like between 25 and 30, but obviously if you like grain you can put up a lot more if you want. Sharpen the image up to like +10. Don't want to do it too much and make it look too sharp. Then both of the noise reductions you're gonna want to put up to +10 as well. And then yeah, like that's basically done. You don't even need to mess around with any more settings. And as you can see from the before and after, you know, before after, like it looks crazy. And like we've literally just done this from our phone. Yeah, so anyone can do this from their phone too. Show you that, you know, this is really a cool thing you can do. I'm gonna save it as a preset. This is on the mobile app, by the way, so just if you want to save as a preset, just copy what I do. So you just scroll down on like the bottom tab and you find where it says create preset, and you're gonna want to just rename it to something. I called it the 90s disposable camera look. And then yeah, you're gonna want to save that. And then I'm gonna load in another picture from the library. This one doesn't even have like any people in it. And you're gonna want to go down to presets, so you're gonna want to go down to preset to user presets, and then there it is, a 90s camera effect. And look, it just looks crazy cool. Like, I don't know, that looks cool. And then I'm gonna do it on one more. I'm loading the photo, then I'm gonna go on the presets, add the preset, and there we go, before and after, you know, before, after. Try this effect at home. Yeah, thanks for watching the video. We're now on the road to 1K, but thanks for 100 subs. Like, that's crazy. I really appreciate everyone that subbed. I'm gonna slow down on the editing videos, and I'm gonna put out some newer content next week, so like more IRL stuff, more behind the scenes stuff.